Hey guys, so I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I have my own boutique. I think I've mentioned it a few times. This romper I have on today is from my boutique. But moving on from that, most of the time I will do one of these videos before I do something for my boutique, which is usually take pictures or something. And yeah, so that's just usually what I do. And again, today that's what we're doing. So I said all that to say I have a lot to do today because I'm getting ready to go out of town for vacation, and I have left so much to do at the last minute. And yeah, so I'm just being a procrastinator for sure. So here we are. My husband is roaming around upstairs. If you hear him, I do apologize, but it is what it is today. We both have things to do, and we just, have been trying to work around each other as much as possible, and with each other, of course. So, I did get something a little bit new that I wanted to talk about. It's not brand new. It's new to me. It's not brand new on the market, but I'm very excited to try it. I didn't think I would get it today, but I did, and I'm still excited about it. So, yeah, let's get into this. I'm going to break out of my mold of my Believe Beauty eye primer, and I'm going to go with this Lorac behind the scenes eye primer. I've not used this very much lately, but I used to use it constantly. I love this stuff. It's so good. I feel like it gives a really nice base. I just squeeze a little on my finger and then tap between these two and then start rubbing. But I feel like it gives a really nice base, really soft satin base to put your eyeshadows on. And if you have a problem with dry eyelids, which some people do, I don't necessarily have that problem, but if you do have a problem with dry eyelids, I think that this would be a wonderful product for that, because I feel like it does have a little bit of moisture for it, or with it. Can you believe I got a new eyeshadow palette? This is what came in the mail today that I want to play with. So this is the Teddy Bear palette from Too Faced. I'm so excited to try this. So this has been out for a little bit, and I didn't want it at first because I was like, I don't need another eyeshadow palette, and it's pretty neutral, so I didn't need it. Nakia Joy recently did a little review of this, and she loved it. The look she did was amazing, and I was like, oh, I might need that. And I talked myself right into it. So here's what the outer packaging of the actual palette itself looks like. This little teddy bear over here is like raised, and then this lettering is raised. It is a smaller palette from Too Faced, so don't expect it to be very large. But here are what the shades look like. Is that not beautiful? Did I have these colors in my collection? Probably. Did I need this? No. Did I want it? Of course. I mean, who doesn't want more eyeshadow? So, let me swatch these for you. Okay, so I will show you my swatches if I can hold my arm correctly. I did it the same as the palette itself, so you can see there. This one is called The Snuggle is Real, Fur Real, Teddy Bear, Pot of Honey, Embarrassed, Lace Teddy, and Boop. Down here, this one is called Bear It All, Mama Bear, Gilda Bear. This one is a matte, but it has a little bit of shimmer to it. This one's called Fuzzy Wuzzy, Press Pause, Stuffed, and Sharing is Caring. So I just love this palette. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and I love that they made these two a larger pan size. For me personally, they will be great transition shades. I don't know for everybody that they will be, but for me personally, they will be. All right, so I'm going to take this big blending brush. I'm going to go into this first shade here called The Snuggle is Real, and I'm just going to blend it through my crease. There is quite a bit of kick up in the pan. I don't know if you can tell, but in this shade here, there's quite a bit of kick up. I don't mind kick up. It's not a big deal to me. I know some people do, so that's why I like to mention it, but there was quite a bit, and I blew it off just now, so no big deal. And just because we have it in here, I'm going to take this shade here called Bear It All, which is this lightest shade, and I'm just going to blend the edges of this. Now, Did I need to do this? Not necessarily, but I like to sometimes, if I get a shade and I get it a little too intense, I like to like just kind of soften it, you know? So, can you tell this one's a little bit softer than that one? Not as harsh and just very much more just blended up. Love it. I think it's gorgeous. These are very pigmented shades, so I'm not upset about it. I think that the palette could have been a little bit bigger, but it's okay. It's okay that it's not. I'm going to take just a smaller brush, and I'm going to, I think I'm going to go into Sharing is Caring right here. And I'm going to just kind of start blending that just a little bit more into the crease, but to give it a little bit more definition. Someone like me who has hooded eyelids, we have to really work for our crease and for our definition and our depth, and that's what I'm doing basically, is I'm building that definition and depth. I was trying to combine those two words. Then I'm going to go into the shade right here called Stuffed. Same brush, and I'm going to pat that in this outer crease. I'm going to take just a little bit in the inner corner. I'm going to try to do a halo eye today. And then just to give just a tiny bit more definition, I'm going to take this deepest shade here called Boop. And just a very tiny bit, and I'm going to put it in this outer corner. My brush does look green, but it's just stained. Okay, and now I'm going to take a shimmer shade. Let's see, which one should I use? I think I'm going to take this one here, which is Pressed Pause. And I'm just going to pat that on this inner portion. So I got that in the center, and then I'm just going to take this shade right here, which is Stuffed. And I'm just going to kind of blend these edges just a bit. And then I'm going to go into this shade here called Lace Teddy. Taking a very small brush into that one and just trying to put that on the center. I think I might take a little bit of this shade here called For Real. So pretty. I love this palette. I really, really do. I think it's so pretty, and that gold shade just kind of highlights that very center portion of my eye, which is really, really beautiful. Okay, moving on to Complexion. This is a really great primer, if I can talk. This is the Touch and Soul Icy Sherbet Primer. I love this primer. This is what it looks like. It seriously looks like the outside of the container. So I just get a little bit on my finger, and it smells good. It smells like sherbet. I just rub it between my fingers and concentrate on my porous zones. So good. I love it. I'm gonna try this out. It's been a little bit since I've tried it. I don't know that I've tried it on camera, honestly. If I did, please forgive me. I just forget. But I just want to try it again. I don't think it's going to be my correct shade. I kind of am in between self-tan. I just exfoliated today. I'm going to self-tan here in a little bit. But yeah, so I'm not self-tan, but so this is more my just like regular, normal complexion. So yeah, this is going to be a little bit deep for me, but I'm still going to try it out, and then we'll put a little concealer on and try to brighten it up a little bit. So it has the pump on there. I just put 2 squirts on my sponge. Then I'll dot that around my face. It blends in really nicely. It's just not my shade. So we'll work with it and see what we can do. I'm going to take my Fenty Bright Fix Eye Brightener and try to lighten it up a little bit. This is in the shade Butter. I'm going to use the Kimchi Puff Puff Pass powder. I love this powder. It's so good. I have the shade Banana. Do y'all see the powder flying everywhere? Alrighty then. My face does not match my chest. We're going to overlook that. Somehow it all seems to come together at the end anyway, so let's just move on. We'll move forward. I'm going to take my Fenty Beauty Instant Warmth Bronzer in Shady Biz. I'm going to take my ColourPop Super Shock Blush in the shade Over Dramatic. It's a beautiful, beautiful, deep coral, I guess. I'm going to take my Jaclyn Hill face palette and just like brighten up under my eyes just a little bit more. Too much brighter it is, it's just so pretty. And I'm also going to take my Jaclyn highlighter in the shade Mesmerize because it's like a coral color. I love it. And then I'm going to do my brows. I just did my normal brow stuff, the NYX Lift and Snatch, NYX Micro Brow Pencil, sorry, and I did the Wet n Wild Brow Excessive Gel today. So for the underneath part of the eye, I'm going to take this shade here called Stuffed. So I just run that along the bottom lash line, and then I'm going to take this Boop shade, the darkest shade up here, on a brow, or I'm sorry, on a liner brush. Okay, and that's all I'm going to do for the bottom lash line. I'm going to take my highlighter and highlight the brow bone and inner corner. Then I'm going to take this Peach Fuzz liner from ColourPop, and I'm going to line my waterline. Just is that like coral shade. See how it kind of opens up my eye just a bit? I like it. I'm going to do a little bit of liquid liner, and I'm going to use the Too Faced liner. So I just did a small line, and then I'm going to use something I've not used in a very, very long time. Pat McGrath Fetish Eyes Mascara. Truthfully, this probably should have been thrown away already, but I've not used it that much, and I'm not going to throw it away. And I don't know what's going on outside, but it's ticking me off. Sorry, guys. So I don't know if you heard me. I may have to add this in, but I use the Pat McGrath Fetish Eyes Mascara. There's someone with a chainsaw outside. It's not my husband. Okay, this is something I just picked up not long ago. This is the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in the shade London. I also picked up the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade London. This is my first time trying this formula, and let me tell you, it is amazing. So if you have not, let me recommend it right now because it's amazing. I think I'm going to leave it there. So here is my full face done. I love the palette. I don't know if you guys could tell that, but I do love this palette. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, so beautiful. I had thought about getting that Patrick Ta palette, the new one he just came out with like a month or so ago, but yeah, I hadn't gotten it, but I'm glad I got this one. I know it's neutral. I know that that's what I kind of gravitate toward. But yeah, this is me. I love this. So I'm glad I have it. And this will be going with me on my trip for sure because it's neutral and it can go with so much, and it's small. So it will travel hopefully very friendly. I think it should. I don't think I should have any issues, but this is a beautiful palette. If you've not tried it, I suggest it if it's something that you've thought about. So I think that's about it. I mean, everything else I already had in my collection. Nothing else was too new. This, of course, was nothing too new on the market, but it's something new to me, and I love the formula. It feels really nice on the lips. It, like, it doesn't, I don't think it fully dries down. And I could be wrong about this. I wore it one other time, and it was yesterday. But I don't think it fully dries down, but yeah, it stays on the lips nicely. And I really like it. I like the comfortability and comfortability. I'm sure I said that wrong. Anyway, in the end, I think that the foundation worked out. It's not the perfect match, but it worked out. It's okay. So tell me what you guys think. Have you tried this palette? Do you like it? What do you think about the look that I created today? Let me know. Talk with me and tell me what you think. Thank you guys for watching and tuning in. I will see you. I probably won't do another video until I come back from the beach, so this will be my last one until then, but who knows when you guys will see this, because it may be before, after, or during my trip, so who knows. But thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate you so very much. Thank you for all your support. If you would like to purchase my romper, I will link it down below for you, and you can see the full picture of it. It's a beautiful romper, and I love it. So if you're not following me on Facebook, on my Magliona's boutique page, please do so, because you can see all this stuff as soon as I get it and try it on for you guys. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you all are vacationing or any travel plans or anything like that, stay safe on your travels, and I will see you soon. Bye guys.